Hey, first grade, happy Tuesday. This is today's Zearn lesson. This is your classroom lesson, then you have an exit ticket, and then you will go do your digital lesson through Clever. Make sure you are going to Zearn through Clever. Some of us are having trouble getting into Zearn because your icon is missing in Clever. Just hang on, it will be resolved soon. This is grade 1, mission 1, lesson 22. Our objective today is I can look for and make use of repeated reasoning on the addition chart by solving and analyzing problems with common add-ins. That is a bunch of fancy words. So you understand what I can look for means. Well, you're going to look for things and make use of repeated reasoning on the addition chart. That means you're going to see patterns that repeat, and you're going to reason why they repeat. And the way you do that is by solving the problems and analyzing them. And the type of problems that we're looking at have common add-ins. Common means the same. This is today's fluency exercise. It is attached in Google Classroom. You are welcome to print it out. You are not required to print it out, but I encourage you to because it is extra practice. You could look at this slide and figure out what the missing part is if you are not able to print it out. Be sure and pause it because I'm going to be moving on and you won't have time to fill them all out. This is today's word problem. Remember, we read, draw, write. We're going to highlight our numbers in red, our keywords in blue, and our units in pink. May and Kay are twins. Whatever May has, Kay has it too. May has 2 dolls. How many dolls do May and Kay have together? That's one part of the problem. Now, May has 3 stuffed animals. How many stuffed animals do they have together? Write a number bond, number sentence, and statement to show your solution. So we're going to highlight our numbers, keywords, and units. We're going to look for something like a sentence that's very, very important. And I'm going to underline that. The sentence that's very, very important is whatever May has, Kay has it too. So whatever we figure out for May, it's going to count for Kay also, just a separate set. And our keyword is together. That tells us we are adding. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is draw a line and put our dolls on one side and our animals on the other side. Here are our number bonds. We know that May has 2 dolls, and whatever May has, Kay has it too. So Kay has 2 dolls. We're going to add those together. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So the total number of dolls is 4. And here's our statement. They have 4 dolls together. The other thing we're supposed to figure out is how many animals they have together. May has 3 stuffed animals. And whatever May has, Kay has it too. So Kay has 3 stuffed animals. We're going to add those together. 3 plus 3 equals 6. So that is our total number of animals. And here's our statement. They have 6 animals together. So there were 2 questions in this word problem. How many dolls do May and Kay have together? And how many stuffed animals do they have together? We have 2 different units, so we had to figure out 2 different totals. They have 4 dolls together and they have 6 animals together, and that answers both of the questions. Here are our keywords: more, in all together, add, and we heard together today. All of these words mean to add. Brain break. Three, two, one. We are ready for our concept development. Mathematicians, today you need to especially put on your noticing ears and eyes. This is our addition chart. Read the expressions aloud with me. 1 plus 0, 2 plus 0, 3 plus 0, 4 plus 0, 5 plus 0, 6 plus 0, 7 plus 0, 8 plus 0, 9 plus 0, 10 plus 0. What did you notice was the same as you read each of those expressions? We said plus 0 every time. What did you notice was different as you read each of the expressions? The first number went up by 1 each time, and we can see that. We can see the 0 add-ins on the right, and we can see the numbers climb on the left. Good. Now let's solve each problem together. 1 plus 0 equals 1. 2 plus 0 equals 2. 3 plus 0 equals 3. 4 plus 0 equals 4. 5 plus 0 equals 5. 6 plus 0 equals 6. 7 plus 0 equals 7. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 9 plus 0 equals 9. 10 plus 0 equals 10. Read the expressions aloud with me. Now we're looking at the plus 1 column. 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 plus 1, 8 plus 1, 9 plus 1. What did you notice was the same as you read each of these expressions? We said plus 1 every time. What did you notice was different as you read each of the expressions? The first number went up by 1 each time. And we can see that. The left side of that expression, the numbers are climbing, and on the right side, the add-ins are 1. Good. Now let's solve each problem together. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Good. Now let's solve each problem together. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 1 equals 3. 3 plus 1 equals 4. 4 plus 1 equals 5. 5 plus 1 equals 6. 6 plus 1 equals 7. 7 plus 1 equals 8. 8 plus 1 equals 9. 9 plus 1 equals 10. You said that all these problems add 0 each time. How does adding 0 change this first addend or part? Does that first number change? The first addend doesn't change because we're just adding 0. So it's 0 more than the first number? Yes. 0 more than any number is going to be that same number. Is this true of all the facts in this area? Yes. You said all these problems add 1 each time. How does adding 1 change the first addend? The total goes up by 1 because we're adding on. It's just the next counting number. All these problems add 2 each time. How does adding 2 change the first addend? The total goes up by 2 because we're adding on. Now it is time for our debrief. How are the second column and the first row related? And I tried to color them lightly. This is the second column, and this is the first row. So how are the second column and the first row related? Do you see +1 and 1 plus? That column and that row are adding 1. Which row is the third column related to? What addend or part do they have in common? So which row going across is related to this column? Right, we're looking at the +2s. The column has +2, and then we found a row that has 2 plus. So the addend they have in common is 2. Did we finish the objective? I can look for and make use of repeated reasoning on the addition chart by solving and analyzing problems with common addends. We did all of that fancy talk. Woohoo! You were awesome today. Don't leave out your exit ticket and digital lesson. Have a great Tuesday.